is 75 basis points. It was the obvious choice, but it was not a given because the debate around 75 or 50 basis points had really heated up in the days prior. Remember, some in the Governing Council were concerned about the idea of a full-blown energy crisis, potentially hiking aggressively in the face of potentially a recession, which they don't refer to here. They talk about stagflation, but nonetheless, to me, what it shows is that the hawks have it. It's really the hawks that control the Governing Council now, and they really did feel at this point there is a window to hike. The European Central Bank credibility is on the line here. You had to take, or have to take, decisive action here.
Maria, who are the hawks besides the obvious Bundesbank and the people of Germany? Who joins them this morning?
I mean, we've seen this. It's the Dutch. It's also the Austrians. I guess we'll have to find it really to see in this press conference whether this was unanimous or not, because there could be a surprise here where some governing councils who usually may be on the dovish side also feel like it was a good idea to front load a lot of this, especially because if you get to December and that recession does manifest, or you go into this big energy crisis, you could not be or should not be hiking at that point. So this may also be a question about front loading now that you have that window. I think the other key takeaway for me will be any references to Italy. We talk a lot about Germany, but Italy is also a country that is very exposed to that energy story, but also has a change in government, and it's unclear what that is going to look like.
Maria, what does it do for ECB credibility, the fact that they do not forecast recession, that they do forecast growth, as John was pointing out?
Look, I think when you look at this outside of the European Union, it probably seems diluted. It probably seems stupid that they're not operating in the reality that many investors are. But when I talk to European officials, they do always repeat one thing, is that there's two scenarios here. One is the most stressed, in which you enter a recession, in which there is a serious energy crisis, in which, of course, you enter into serious problems with the economy. But they also say there could be a less stressful scenario, in which you do not have a cold winter, in which you do see demand going down because it's expensive, because people switch things off, because they don't want to pay for a hefty bill. There's also potentially to come tomorrow measures from the European Commission that could help all of this. They talk about liquidity for companies too. They also talk about intervene in the market so that you make a separation between gas and electricity. They also say they're well advanced on the storage story. So for many European officials, they do believe that there could be a scenario in which you're just able by a stretch to get through the winter without a recession.